And we're back on Enchante Logistics Group. That's Bill.
And that's Will.
And today let's talk about dispatchers.
This is the best in the game right here, man.
Put a crown on it if I can do that on my...
I'm telling you guys, if y'all need a dispatcher, this is the best in the business. I've never seen a person, if you have a fish and you throw him on the ground, he's just flopping around, but you take that fish and you throw him in the water, beautiful. That's D. Get him on the basketball court, he's just flopping around, but you take him and put him in the dispatching pool, woo, it's beautiful.
I'm telling you.
Beautiful.
I want to talk about having multiple dispatchers.
Let's talk about that, because I didn't think it was a good idea. But you think it's a good idea. You think it's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea.
And you're a dispatcher.
Yeah.
So coming from you, this has a lot of credibility.
I think it's a great idea just for the drivers. I don't think it's a good idea for dispatchers that don't want to work. I don't think it's a good idea for dispatchers that aren't committed. But for drivers, your number one goal is to stay loaded and stay rolling, right?
So I'm looking for a load for you, and I get you a load, and then you say, no, I'm going to turn it down because I already got a load.
Fact.
As a dispatcher, I feel like I wasted my time.
Give me a better load next time. It's a dog-eat-dog world.
It's a dog-eat-dog world?
Like, if we're doing spot market freight, which is the load boards, U-Ship, truckstop.com, dat.com, whatever we're doing with Central Dispatch, wherever you get your loads from, it's loads out there for everybody. If I find you a better load, you're going to go with that load. Yeah, you wasted your time. You don't come with me with that. Someone beat you to it.
But as a dispatcher, I need to get better too then.
You have to get better because that better load that he found, the other dispatcher, you could have found also. And that's the thing. A lot of dispatchers don't like to compete. I like to compete, man. Being an ex-basketball player, I want to compete. And if I have to stay up and stay in front of that computer to get you that load, that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want the driver to sit. It's all about putting the onus on the drivers of staying loaded and staying rolling, and let them continue to get home and get to where they want to be. Put the onus on the dispatchers to work harder. You have to compete, and you got to make it a competing battle between these guys, because drivers, what do you think already? Dispatcher at home, watching TV.
One time I was going to get the baby or something.
Yeah.
When I called the dispatcher, she was like, I got to get my baby, but I'm going to call y'all back.
Yeah.
And you just sitting there.
You just sitting there. The dispatchers over there, yeah, because dispatchers have lives too. They have kids, and the thing about when you get into this business, you don't know. So these dispatchers don't need a degree. They don't need a GED. All they need is an internet connection and a phone, and then a skill, which is on YouTube, and you can find out how to do it. So yeah, they're gonna have lives, and most times these dispatch companies are single mothers, which nothing wrong with that, or guys that don't want to go to work and they just want to stay home and say, hey, I can find you some loads. And yeah, they probably can find you 1 or 2 loads, but that's what they're gonna find you a week, 1 or 2 loads.
Yeah.
Because they're not committed to it. It's not their job. It's something that they're doing part-time.
See, it's an art to finding loads where you on your way from Texas to Michigan. And so you find, you on your own, you say, oh, here's a load going from Texas to Michigan. Okay, but you got 10 feet of the trailer occupied, and you got 20 feet of the trailer unoccupied. So you're not gonna take that load all the way to Michigan, just that one load. You need a dispatcher that can stack that trailer all the way to Michigan, dropping and picking up, dropping and picking up, dropping and picking up all the way to Michigan. That's how you get your bread. And that's where this guy excels.
Parceling, baby. You got to parcel up. A lot of people don't like parcels, but you have to make it work. So you have to break down all the mileage. And a lot of people don't understand parceling, but you have to put all the miles into it. So it's from one destination to another destination and all the miles in between. And if all of that equals up to $2 a mile or whatever the mileage is, then that makes it work. A lot of people partialing, but you're going way out of your way, and you think that you're making $2 a mile, but you're only making $1 a mile, and you're gonna go out of business really quick.
That's right. And then you're missing loads because you're not parceling, and you got to maximize that trailer. If you got a 40-foot trailer, that trailer needs to be at 40 feet capacity all the way to wherever you're going. And then and on your last drop, you might be empty, but you need a dispatcher that's already got you somewhere to go when you make it to that last stop in Michigan.
And that's why I say you need multiple dispatchers, because that one dispatcher isn't gonna find you everything that you need all the time. So you need a backup plan. You need somebody that's working for you also, because you're gonna pay the same amount of money anyway. If I find you 10 loads, or whether I find you 5 loads and he find you 5 loads, you're still gonna pay for 10 loads.
Mm-hmm.
So you need teamwork make the dream work, and you gotta build yourself a team of dispatchers around your company to where you're never loaded. I mean, you're never sitting around doing nothing. That's why I say it's good for drivers to have multiple dispatchers. Now, for the dispatcher, of course, it's not that good, but that's just the way it is, man. You got to make them compete.
But you know, that dispatcher competing with another dispatcher, that's only going to make that dispatcher better.
Facts.
If they really want to be doing this. And you're going to have dispatchers come and go. That's just the way it goes. They come and go. But the real strength of a wolf is not the claws, it's not the fangs, it's the pack. That's the real strength of a wolf. So you, owner-operator, you got to have a team. You got to have a pack. And when you get that pack together, that pack includes you, it includes your insurance company, it includes your dispatcher, it includes your maintenance stuff, wherever you go to get your tires and oil, and all these people, that's your pack. And you got to get that pack to where we are working together as a team. They know what you need, you know what you need, and bam, we're working together to get that done.
That's a fact, man.
That's a fact, man. And the owner-operator, you're the head of the pack. And if you feel like somebody's not doing what they need to do, you need to cut that person.
Of course, if you got a dispatcher that say you got to sign a contract, don't go with that dispatching company. If you got a dispatcher that say if you work with another company, then we can't work with you, don't work with that company.
That's garbage.
It's just they're scared to compete, man. You got to have multiple, just like you have multiple streams of income, that's your multiple streams of income right there. You got to have people calling your phone, hey, I got this load, and yeah, if you lock a load in already, make sure that your dispatcher, make sure you call your dispatcher, hey, I got a load already for where I was at. I know you've been looking, but we got one already, cool. I'm going to end up in this spot now, this new spot, look for me a load. And then you start all over again. And that's how it's going to have to work, man. You can't just have one dispatcher and work in spot market freight.
When you get to where you're going, if you pay Will, he'll find you another load.
Oh yeah, you're going to pay me.
If you don't pay him, he's not going to find you another load.
I'm
telling you guys, if you guys really serious about getting some loads and making some dough, and I'm not just saying that because D is my partner. I've actually seen it. I've seen it, man. And I wish they could talk to some of our drivers and you talk to them personally and see how this guy is putting these loads together, man. You can't beat it.
Oh, you're going to see it because we're going to put it all on our channel. These guys that I do get loads for that call in and say, hey, I need a load, because I don't care. You call me one time. Call me however many times you want. Just if you in need, just call me. If I book you one load, I'm going to send you an invoice.
You
pay me, keep on ready. If
you don't keep on rolling. If you don't pay it,
I'll put you on that blacklist over there, and we not rocking no more.
But
that's how it goes.
You guys call us, man. Give us a chance. Let us show you.
Enchante Logistics Group, people. Let's keep it rolling.